How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about EBON, SOS, and Hive. And Hive actually had a solid day compared to the other two stocks. But I will be going over that in the technical analysis portion of this video for all three. One thing that I want to go over with you guys and make sure that we do not forget, that's why we're doing it in the beginning, is we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. So I'm going to pull it up on my phone right now. Just give me a moment. All right, so I have Bitcoin right in front of me. So we're going to take a look at what the current price is right now at 610. All right, so right now it's at $57,790. It changes fairly quickly. That's why I just left it at that. So we definitely can see, hey, this is what we were looking for and what we've spoken about for quite some time, even all of last week. We were able to bounce off the 50-day, and as you can see right now, it's back on trend, riding on that 21-day EMA. And that were one of the things that we were looking for, and that's exactly what happened. And it's also part of the reasons why you ended up seeing a spike in a lot of the Bitcoin crypto type stocks going down inside the pre-market and also spiking up at market open. Now, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing the technical analysis for all threes, and also SOS had some news that came out recently, which we're going to go over as well. We'll talk right afterwards. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Hive Blockchain, which ended up having a solid day inside the market, being up 4.24% on the day, reaching highs of $3.50, as you can see here during regular trading hours, and then hitting lows of $3.35. Remember, we talked about last time that we wanted to see Hive get above this $3.30 area, and it did exactly that, finishing the day at $3.44. So as you can see earlier, what was going down right at 9 on March 29th, which today we ended up seeing that high right at $3.55. As we know, Bitcoin ended up hitting a big milestone, which we knew what needed to happen for stocks to move. And that's why you see with a lot of the stocks like SOS as well as EBON ended up seeing highs in the pre-market as well. So a clear area of resistance that we could see here is $3.50, and a clear area of support, as you can see right here, is at $3.40. We bounce off of that on multiple occasions. So when this particular area breaks, you already know if you see that $3.35, these are buying opportunities. The fact that it's done very well being at $3.44, I could definitely see some more room for upside, especially as when Bitcoin moves and Ethereum moves. Like I said, this is a great play right here, part of the reasons why we added it. So now if we take a look at the 5-day 5-minute chart. All right, so as we take a look at the 5-day 5-minute chart, we can see that Hive Blockchain has been on quite the run. We can see over here on March the 25th, it was at $2.60 right at open, to now to a price where we're seeing it at $3.45. Like I said, extremely bullish on Hive since I covered it, and I just love the direction of where this company is going. And so far, it's looking really good despite the market conditions we're actually having. So now, if we take a look at the 3-month 1-day chart to see how the trend is actually going, and you know what? It is looking really good. As we know with many other stocks, it ended up breaking the trend, either touching the 50-day, but in this case it ended up breaking through the 50-day. But look at this, we're making a strong recovery. So definitely seeing it get above $3.60. We could start seeing a run up and it making its move to $3.80. Like I said, this is a great company. I like what they're doing. They're also based in Canada. But so far, when we look at the chart, things are looking really good. And I'm looking for some more rooms in the upside, especially going into April. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis for EBON. Ended up being down like SOS, 7.69% on the day. We ended up seeing a high of $8.18, and we ended up seeing a low of $7.14. And again, just like SOS, ended up reaching some great highs down inside the pre-market, getting to a high of $8.36. And we could definitely see here right at $8.30 was a clear level of resistance. So as we got right into the open, we ended up having a strong sell-off. If you guys are seeing this, very similar pattern to SOS. But one thing to also be aware of, we definitely have some support here at the $7.20 level when we take a look at how well it was bouncing off this particular area. So we see here it got near to the close, it got to $7.14. But again, it recovered very quickly. Right now in after hours, you can see it here. It's at $7.38. So just seeing this overall in general is something that we love to see. And even if we take a look at the 21-day EMA, we're still riding above it. So that's definitely continuing to be a bullish pattern. One of the things that I also want to tell you guys as well, just like SOS, this is a stock that is also manipulated, and we know they did have an offering, but even so, this is well below the offering price, which was $7.76. So please take advantage if you haven't done so already, or consider doing that, because of course this is not financial advice. So now if we take a look at the 5-day 5-minute chart to see what the trend has been going down recently, so you can see here right at $7.20, we have shown that this has been an area of support in the past recently. So it is no surprise here if you're able to take advantage of this opportunity and add some more shares so you're ready for the run up. It wouldn't have been a bad idea. A next level, if it pulls back even further, is around $7, and we know the next level, if it pulls back even further, is around $6.80. If we take a look at the 3-month 1-day chart, so as you can see right here, like we bounced right off this 50-day, and we're trying to make that move to reclaim back onto the 21-day, which is only at $8.37. So I still see some more upside for EBON. You just need to be patient for this play to actually fully play out. Bitcoin ended up hitting 57 like we wanted it to. So the moment it gets into the 60s and starts running, EBON and all these other plays are going to move up with it. So you got to be aware of that. As far as for a stop loss, $6.48 is a potential area to consider. Or if you want to kind of take advantage of fluctuations and not be out too early, $6 is not a bad area as well. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis for SOS. As you take a look, overall on the day, we are down 8.35%. hitting lows of $5.48, and then also seeing a high of $6.38. We ended up having a strong move in the beginning, as you can see over here inside the pre-market, reaching a high of $6.60. We could definitely see we had a clear area of resistance in the pre-market right here at this level at $6.40. As we got into the open, we ended up having a strong sell-off, getting down to the low as you see over here. But one thing I want you to pay attention to, this is also an area where we're having some strong support. So this support area right here around the $5.60 area is showing to be very, very solid. As you can see, even in after hours, it's doing a great job maintaining this. If it can close above $5.63, that would be something that would be great to see. Also want you guys to remember that this is a stock that is heavily manipulated, right? There's a lot of short interest in this stock, so that's something to be aware of. So that's part of the reasons why it won't move like other crypto plays or Bitcoin plays. Now, if we take a look at the resistance area here, we can definitely see we have a clear resistance here at the $5.70 level. So what's going on if we multiply that with the manipulation and a lot of selling pressure, and this is part of the reasons why I want to tell you guys you need to be patient with plays like these. Once Bitcoin is able to get past 60K and it starts running, this stock will begin to start moving a lot better. So that's one thing you need to be aware of. The more people sell and if there's more pressure in that direction, then you're not going to be seeing a much upside movement as you would see in other plays. If we take a look at the 5-day 5-minute chart, we could see here we definitely had some support, because look right over here at this 550 area. We've bounced off these areas previously in the past. So this is part of the reasons why these are opportunities. Now, if we take a look now at the 3-month 1-day chart, so we ended up breaking right through the 50-day. And like I said, we have a low over here of $5.21. So if it does end up going back there, definitely looks like a great opportunity. This company also had some recent news that came out today, which gives it more solidification in regards to like, hey, this company is going in the right direction. So what we're seeing right now, again, is just a lot of selling pressure, and there's a lot of shorts, and it's heavily manipulated. So the best thing to do in situations like these is to be patient and just make sure that you have your stop loss in areas. So in regards, if we're looking at a stop loss for myself, you don't have to follow this, is around $4. It hasn't gotten down to that level, so that's why I'm still remaining on a bullish pattern here. But for the meantime, it's still looking good in my opinion. So now on Yahoo Finance, we're going to be going over the most recent news for SOS. So SOS announces entry into a joint venture agreement with Rong's affiliate aiming to establish a supercomputing center in Qingdao. SOS announced today that its wholly owned subsidiary SOS Information Technology Company Limited has entered into a joint venture agreement with Qingdao Rong Finance Holding Group Company Limited, Rong Finance, to form a new joint venture. SOS and Ronghe Digital Technology Company Limited, SOS Ronghe Digital Company Limited, receives its business license on March 27, 2021. Ronghe Finance is an affiliate of Qingdao West Coast New Era Rong Holding Group Company Limited, a large state-owned enterprise in Qingdao, Shandong Province, China. Pursuant to the joint venture agreement, both parties are to contribute their resources to establish a supercomputing center in Qingdao. The registered capital of the joint venture will be approximately $9,174,000, of which the company will contribute 51% and Rong will contribute 49%. SOS has the right to appoint 2 of the 3 directors, the CEO and the CFO of the joint venture. The mission of the joint venture is to establish the first large-scale supercomputing center in Qingdao and become a leading data and supercomputing and R&D base in China. SOS Ronghe is expected to be primarily focused on the following fields: cloud computing, high-performance computing, big data, blockchain-based asset and cryptocurrency activities. Yang Day Wang, CEO of SOS Limited, commented, "We believe our joint venture with Ronghe is a key infrastructure investment focused on blockchain and big data, which will be a growth engine for both SOS and Ronghe." All right, like I said, this is some good news, seeing that they're moving forward with some plans to further cement themselves in the blockchain space. So for my final thoughts in regards to SOS, I could definitely see them benefiting from this joint venture and also increasing their position in the blockchain space. This is the kind of news that we want to see and we look forward to. Yes, the stock did not have a great day in the market, but if we take into consideration the market conditions, also the market manipulation with this stock, because we already know it's coming off a short report, and there's a lot, and I mean a lot of people who cannot handle the pressure and are selling shares because of it, because they're not seeing that price action. So that's why we're seeing the price going down. But one of the things to be aware of and what will make you successful in the stock market is not panicking and keeping a cool personality, because these things happen. Be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. In regards to EBON, still bullish on this company as well. They're doing great things, and the price that we're seeing, we knew they had an offering that happened on Friday. The price was at $7.76. So when you put that in perspective and you take into consideration that it was trading lower than that today, so much more room for upside, especially when things start recovering and when Bitcoin starts getting into 60 and it begins to start running. In regards to Hive, we already know they're holding it down with Bitcoin and as well as with Ethereum. And they were also the stock that ended up being up on the day almost 5%. So one of the things that I'm kind of noticing, I know a lot of people are pivoting, looking at Hive and saying, you know what? I'm going to start putting some money in this one. It is cheaper than the others, and there's a lot more upside in it. And I can understand it also is not a Chinese company. It is also based in Canada, and we already know a lot of the bad rap that a lot of Chinese companies are getting overall in general. So that is something to take into consideration. So a lot of people are starting to use their risk management. And you know what? That is something that I'm definitely not surprised about, and I've been around long enough to see when these particular things happen. Of course, we see with other stocks like Mara. Mara ended up being up on the day, but we also know that they're also one of the leaders in this space. So that also makes me want to get into the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. Just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. Anyone who's concerned or you feel like that you're holding a bag, I'm telling you right now, when you're in this particular space and you're investing or even trading, it comes with a lot of volatility. You got to be able to stomach it. If you can't stomach it, then you shouldn't be investing in these particular plays at all. If you're on the same side as me in regards to like, hey, Bitcoin will hit 100K before the end of this year or at the beginning of next year, then you have nothing to worry about, all right? I want to make sure I hammer that home to make sure that you guys are staying focused and you know what the game plan actually is. And of course, with the current prices that we're seeing, they are looking really, really good. That's my stance on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.